we can heal. And when we do, we give our children something priceless, a chance to grow free from emotional baggages. Towards conscious parenthood, healing the past to build high-value families. Parenthood today requires more than just love and good intentions. It calls for something deeper, consciousness, a deliberate decision to stop repeating old patterns, to heal what hurt so we don't pass it on to the next generation, and to create the family not just biologically, ethically, emotionally, and spiritually. In the last few years that I've been working people with India, Mexico, Spain, religious, Judaism, Muslims, are the familiar connection, healing, and family that they want to have as fertility patients, with something that they can find ethical surrogacy, someone that understands what happens in therapy, that it's not isolated. With these patients, the reflection about the society that we are walking through is about breaking the generational cycle. We all carry the imprint of our childhood. What we experience as children shapes the way we react, love, and parent. Often without realizing it, we repeat the same pattern that hurt us. Psychotherapist Beatriz Caruso puts it clearly: the way we are raised marks our brain and our nervous system functions. So when we are overwhelmed, angry, or scared, we are not just reacting to the present, we are revealing the past. The author Maria Alonso describes intergenerational trauma as pain that silently travels across generations until someone chooses to stop it. But here is the good news: we can heal, and when we do, we give our children something priceless, a chance to grow free from emotional baggages, a chance to become better friends, better partners, better citizens. Psychologist Rafa Guerrero reminds us the adults need to take responsibility for their unresolved emotional wounds before stepping into parenthood. Why? Because if we don't, we pass it on. That's why conscious creation means to be a conscious parent. It's not about perfection, it's about presence, recognition, doing the inner work. It's about choosing to raise our children with intention, with awareness and emotional responsibility. It means we don't parent on autopilot. We listen deeply. We accept without judgment. We are aware of our emotions and theirs. We regulate ourselves. We show compassion for them and for ourselves. These are not just ideals, since we need to back them mindfully to improve these bonds and reduce the household stress. And when a child feels seen, safe, and supported, they thrive neurologically and emotionally. And it is not just about avoiding trauma, it's giving the tools to feed them love, resilient, and a powerful truth: when children grow up in emotional, healthy home, they carry that forward. They become the kind of adults who change the world, one family at a time. Conscious parenthood is not just about the child. It starts with the couple. When a baby arrives, it's easy for parents to forget each other. The relationship gets blurred under diapers, routines, and suddenly you are no longer lovers or friends. You are just co-managers of a household, and that's dangerous because children don't just need two parents. They need parents who love and respect each other, who model empathy, patience, and unity. Psychologist Agatha Sanz says, raising children becomes easier when parents allow themselves to still be a couple. So take the time together, reconnect, talk, disagree with respect, support each other as parents first, because a strong couple builds a strong family foundation. Society and community influence. Family exists not in isolation. It exists with cultural, religion, law, community expectation, shape how we raise our children. In Dubai, in Europe, the faith, the tradition that play a strong role in parenting. Religion, it's a deep sense, and also honor raising the children with its certain moral frameworks. But often taking openly about emotional wounds or therapy is still a taboo. That's why the parenting, the support, for example, versus Latin America, where the mindset, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the family it's involved, the community, traditional ideas that can sometimes resist new approach across all these mindset, religion, places, epigenetics, and every parent wants the best for their kids, but not every parent knows how to give it. That's why parenting education matters. That's why communities needs to offer support, not judgment, because when families thrive, societies thrive. The role of science and bioethics with this mother parenting also requires knowledge. It's not enough to follow tradition blindly. We need science and we need ethics. Research on childhood trauma ACE study shows that adverse experience early in life affects physical and mental health long term. But they also show that love, safety, and connection can change the brain. From a bioethical standpoint, parenting must prioritize the child's best interest. That means respecting their dignity. That's why how we are facing that, avoiding harm, being fair, honoring their growing autonomy for the future generation. This is not just philosophy. Enshrined in global agreements like in the UN Convention on the Rights of the Children are individuals with rights. Bioethics also help us navigate today's family realities, assisted reproduction, surrogacy, co-parenting. Without romantic relationships, these are the options that they are building this new family. What do they mean for the kid? How do we ensure we are not satisfying just adults' desire at all cost and the child's well-being? The answer is with responsibility, regulation, ethics, protocols. Not every path to family is wrong, but every path must honor the child's future. Now, let's be honest. Most of us didn't grow up with perfect parents. We all carry emotional baggage. That's okay. But if we want to raise emotional, healthy kids, we have to face that baggage. That's where therapy comes in. In my clinic work, I have seen how therapy helps parents identifying unconscious patterns coming from where healing their wounds. As we recognize those emotional triggers, those strength couple dynamics, and reconnect with their inner child, therapy gives language to what we feel. It gives a space for forgiveness, and it creates tools to build better relationships with ourselves and with those we love. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation, one insight to break a cycle that's been repeating for generations. So if you feel stuck, reactive, confused, or want to be a better parent or a better couple, please don't wait. There is help. We offer evaluation sessions focused on identifying emotional blocks that could be affecting your fertility, your relationships, your family goals. Whether you are facing infertility, disconnection in your partnership, or fears about parenthood, you're not alone. And these are the ways to heal. Conscious parenthood is a journey. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about choosing to love differently than we were loved, and giving our children more than we receive in a conscious way. Not in things, but in presence, safety, and emotional freedom. We heal our past, not just for us. Thank you for listening. If this resonates with you, I invite you to share your thoughts or research to explore your own journey. Let's build families of high value with consciousness, loving, ethical, one generation at a time. As the world it is right now, I bet more on building the nucleus of the society, which are the families. I'm just one intended parent more, facing, unfortunately, the seven dragons head of infertility, and it's quite an experience. I will keep letting you guys know about my journey, and right now I'm traveling in Chicago doing some collaborations with the fertility clinics in here just to bring more IPs to our surrogate. I think this path honoring the future generations and how we can become as conscious parents to offer our new generations, it's from the level that our ancestors provide to us. From there, we need to become, we need to keep working towards that. That's my bet, that's my goal, and taking the 360-degree angle of bringing these families, this nucleus to the world. Thank you. Appreciate it.